Okay, hello everybody. We are back and it's time for some War Robots. So before we get into the play, um, the gameplay, the Halloween event is on, and well, it's a little interesting. Well, I'll just show you. It's not really all that awesome. Now, a lot of people saw the terminal velocity task. There's now a mass destruction task that has both these tasks. The main prize is a set of components to build whatever the item is, whether it's the dashbot or the shock train weapon. But it's the top prize is only something like 3,000 and change points, which is maybe 1/3 of the item. And if we look here, the way it works, I've only grabbed one prize. So the first spin is free. You pick the 4 items that you want to exclude, and I excluded 4 of the smallest prizes. And you spin. First spin is free. First spin almost always comes up with a 12-hour VIP. That's a good thing to get, so you definitely want to do that. Then you notice now, if I want to spin a second time, it's going to ask for 6 gold. If you see in the center of the screen, that's something that when it originally dropped, nobody realized, so they started just hacking away, and people noticed that the prizes were always coming up in the same order. And by the time you get to, say, the 2,500 gold bars prize, you're spent well more than 2,500 gold. And by the time you get to the 3,350 dashbot components, you've spent a whole lot of gold and still only gotten maybe what is it, 1/3 of a dashbot. So approach with caution. I think it's worth it up until you get the. It's definitely worth it until you get the second, to get the first and the second VIP, because you can get a lot of use out of that, especially if you play a lot. But I'd approach with caution and think really long and hard if you want to keep spending money on those spins, because yeah, the first, or rather the first spin is free. The second spin is only 6 gold, so that's really easy to get you to do. But beyond that, the prices start skyrocketing per spin. So definitely, by the time you get to those top prizes, and let's face it, the 3,000 components is going to be the last thing that you get. So it is sequence. It's not random. You don't have a chance at getting that on your first spin at all. And if we take a look at the shock train, it's basically the same thing, except maybe they did introduce a little bit of randomness, because I did not get the 12-hour VIP on the first spin, on the first free spin, and the second spin is only worth 5 gold this time. And hey, how you doing, Vlad? So we're just taking a look at the special events. It's a little bit of a ripoff. Well, I don't want to go that far, but there is a gold cost associated with it, and oh, this one's 5,000 pieces of a shock train, so that's about half of a shock train. So that's a little bit more value for your money. But yeah, be cautious, because you're going to get the cheap prizes first, and that gold price per spin is going to keep skyrocketing to the point where it's just not worth it. And again, getting the VIP is good if you get those early on, which I believe you probably will get it in your first couple of spins. That's probably worth it. Beyond that, you got to really think long and hard, if it's really going to be worth the value you get out of it. Anyway, going back to my hangar, I kind of set up my hangar to deal with Deathmatch, which I've been playing a bit more. I've run myself out of basically out of workshop points, buying up components, and I still don't even have a single weapon or bot from components yet. And I've spent over 40,000 workshop points. Vlad's reporting you got the VIP and you got so much silver. Yeah, I tested it out. I did the first couple of spins on my iOS account, where I don't really care about gold quite as much, and yeah, I got the VIPs, and I got the lowest amount of silver. in my first couple of spins before I stopped. Well, let's get into it. I see someone is inviting me into a squad. All right, a little too late to that. So anyway, I'm kidding up for deathmatch. One thing I did notice, you might notice of my Leo, I did buy the mummy skin. I'm not usually one to buy skins, but that particular skin for the Leo is only 159 gold, which isn't too bad. I mean, I think that's in the range that I'd be willing to pay gold for cosmetic content, and you know, what the heck? What the heck? It was fun. It looks kind of cool. It's different. I haven't seen a. I've seen some of them out on the field because it is one of the cheaper skins to get. So I figured, what the heck? Might as well get a little fun out of it. Anyway, let's take a quick look, see who's online, and maybe play a little bit of deathmatch. All right, Pleep and Plasma are online. Let's see if they want to play. Yes, all I remember that was that's your new handle. All right, let's see if I get any takers for this match. Otherwise, give them a little bit, a few seconds to respond. If not, I'll just drop in and play one. One thing interesting though, I don't remember. I don't remember seeing it announced too much, but if you're playing deathmatch, the person who gets the most kills gets an extra 5 bonus gold, just like the other game modes you get for capturing the most beacons. So there is something to it, to getting the most kills. So the potential for gold is actually pretty high, and I do believe the event is giving out more gold than usual. I think. We'll check that out as we get in. So I wasn't paying too much attention. I was just looking at the gold bonuses. You get gold. You can get, I think, what does it work out to? You can get like 10, 11 gold, especially if you're squatting up on a match if you're top. Hey, we've got some takers. Got at least one. All right, here we go. Got a request, and there you go. We'll get Saul in this match. Oh, I lost Plasma. Alright, looks like it's just you and me. Let's go in and play some deathmatch. So, one of the big complaints about deathmatch is that it's been taken over by campers, but definitely, since it's about killing and causing damage, you want to be packing some long range. So that's why I've dragged my. I've been using either my Gecko Leo or a Natasha with Trebs to do my long range work. I've got my usual mid range bots in, and I still keep my short range brawlers in there because I like to finish off with them at the end when everybody's kind of banged up, and hopefully I can still pull out that Ancelot and wipe a few people off the map. Alright, matchmaking is taking a while tonight. Up to a full minute. And Vlad looks like he's saying he got a new record high damage. There we go. Now we're getting in. That was one of the longest matchmaking sessions or waits that I've seen. So I'm going to lead off with my longest range stuff. A Scourge, that should be interesting. And my geckos are at level 9, so is my trident. So the geckos put out some damage. It's not because I've on this. Well, if there's still a reason to max them out by then. Oh, and there goes my weapons one at a time. I still have a gecko. May as well just score some damage before I go down. Yeah, that's not a config where I usually get a lot of kills, but I at least put some damage, weaken people up at long range, and then remarkably, this one has been working for me pretty well. Now that I say that, I'm probably gonna screw it up and get killed early. One thing about the Scourge, though, I haven't used one, but I do know from looking around that they don't do as much damage at long range as they do at short range. Alright, not a great run with the Zeus. With the Zeus Carnage that time. Was pretty good of damage. Kills. Kind of getting killed. I'm just not fighting him and end up. Alright, this is turning out to be kind of a rough battle. And here we go with my Mummy Leo, or Walking Dead Leo, as some people are calling it. It's the same Leo I've been using all along, just bought the skin, because it was not that expensive, surprisingly. Some of the skins are just ridiculously priced. But this one was one of the few that I felt actually was reasonable. And I can't really justify, you know, 1,000 gold for a skin. I mean, come on. It's a skin. It's really just there for fun. Yeah, I actually like the Black Widow Raijin skin. It is a little bit on the pricey side. And I don't have a Raijin, so I'm probably not going to get it. My iPad account, I do have a Raijin, though. So I got it there to see if I liked it, and well, it turns out I really do like it a lot. But I now don't have enough workshop points to really buy one. At least not right now. On this account, so gonna have to hold off on that. Okay, let's see. This is probably a very bad decision. Just charge across the open like this. That Griffin's gonna pick me up soon. No, he's not. Alright. Oh, that was bad. I should have cleared my guns before I engaged. Oh, lost my shields. A little slow on the trigger that last time, otherwise I might have got that guy. I got a few decent kills in there, especially towards the end. I really can't believe that they let me just walk my Ancelot all the way across the courtyard. So like I was saying about the Halloween event tasks, well, just be... or the Halloween event cards, or whatever they're calling it, for the components, just be careful. Remember, you're spending gold on those spins, and the costs go up. When it first came out, a lot of people didn't realize it was charging them gold for spins and increasing amounts of gold, and they burn through a lot without realizing it. So, all right, 400 and change. And who is that asking for an invite? Come on, Plasma. All right. Come on. My thumbs are not working tonight. Sorry about that. All right, Plasma, give you a chance. And the one thing I found that hurt with Deathmatch was if you have a lot of beacon tasks in your daily task list, um, you might want to use your 2 free changes per day to get some of those beacon tasks out of there if you're going to be playing a lot of Deathmatch. All right, Plasma, where are you waiting? What are you waiting on? Well, let's see. I've got guys not showing up as online. I see. Come on, get in there. Give it a few more seconds and we'll drop in another one. All right, just waiting on Vlad, I think. All right, gave you guys about 10 more seconds. Then we're going to jump in and we can catch up next fight. All right, let's go. Yeah, so I'm thinking if I ever get enough components to build an Ember, the heavy flamethrower, I'm gonna be obnoxious and put one on a Schütze and see what happens. Hey, it might actually be pretty nasty. 2 of those things on a Carnage would be totally, totally insane. Um, but I think it's going to be, well, other than the big spenders, I think it's going to be a while before anybody has 2 of them. All right, again, matchmaking is taking a long time tonight. Average waiting time 42 seconds. And we've been above average both times. Come on. Any day now. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling with this long of a wait, it means we're going to get all Champion League. Nope, I think we just got a hit. Almost 2 minutes. All right, and away we go. Let's see, I don't really have a reason to go in that aisle unless it's to shoot someone, so. I'm getting the worst of that. I got campers all over the place. Hydra campers, Treb campers, and Gecko campers. They're shooting at me. Cover him at is too low to do much to stop those hydras. All right, we're gonna start over here. We're gonna start over here and grab my carnage. And he's having trouble getting through to me. I didn't get to undercover fast enough. All right, let's get back in here. Try to stay down low under this guy's firing arc in the shadow of that hill, because I do not want to be picked off by full power Trebs until I'm not in range. Bad idea. Wow, I didn't get a single point of damage on that guy. Usually at least sneak something by his shields. I'm so used to going for the beacon over here that I gotta watch it because I'm really close to enemy spawn. A little too close to enemy spawn. Alright, down to my last spot. Now we're 13 to 11. 13 to 12 now. I'm just trying to sneak shots through this crack. See if I can land them. Almost be better if I can manual aim. That's one thing, especially against like Lancelot's. If you angle your shots right, there's plenty of spots that are exposed that the shield just doesn't cover, but the auto-aiming always goes for the shield. Unless you happen to be at a good angle. Whereas if you're auto-aiming, just shift your aim a little left or right. Oh, dude, if you wouldn't... too bad. I like getting into that little niche there to hide and recharge my shields, but it wasn't working out that time. Let's see, and we've got a Treb guy who's just been up here the whole battle. This guy who got mad at me for being right on top of him, who then benefited from my shield. Oh, and my favorite bot, the quadruple Hydra Doc. And here come the Hydras. Not good. Not looking too good here. Alright, our Treb sniper even came down from his perch. And far from my finest game. Saul breaking 1 million with 6 kills. Still, he wasn't able to drag the whole team up to victory, so. Alright, let's take a look at if any of you guys are on. Probably not. Give you guys a few seconds. Not sure if you're even on, but I will invite you. All right, going once, going twice. Let's fight. And here we are back in the Dead City. And we'll try this again. Careful how far I'm advancing. I'm staring at these guys. Yep, that got me killed. I got a little target fixated there. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yep, that is not even a viable spawn point anymore. Spawn point B is closed. Actually, the whole right side of the field is closed. Not even going to go there. We'll let our friends, the campers, just play. Just play their own game on that side of the field, and the rest of us can fight over here. Oh, that was a premature shot. That would be Hydra Boy. You know, I just need a few more seconds of... Yeah, there's almost no point to this game at this point. There is no way in hell to get into brawling range. Yeah, that's a problem. I don't like when these games just become too static and you can't play a moving fight. It just becomes about who's in position and who's not. Yeah, there's literally no place I can go where I can actually get a shot off. So I'm going to go to the forbidden spawn point. Oh, somebody got that guy. Oh, in a position and close off. Get some position while the spot is open. Oh, man. Would have at least got a kill if my guns weren't empty. Yeah, and our entire team spent the most of the game cowering behind rocks. And hello there, Tiger. And here come the Lancelots. Let's see. This is, I think, the first time I've seen a lance with machine guns on it. Lance, Lance, Lance. Trident Fury. And one Dashbot. And we got to see a Fury get picked apart. Wounded Griffin up top. I think that's our only bot left. Surprised Hydra Boy isn't going after him. Alright, let's end this. All right, so let's take a look at the how painful the results are. Yeah, not a great match. Yeah, that was definitely a camper match. So I'm gonna break squad for a minute. Yes, it does, because you get matched up against squads of campers, like Hydra Boy over there. Let's see. I was thinking of swapping something out. But I'm not quite sure what. I think I'm gonna switch my Leo for my Natasha. Well, it's not here on this server, but you guys may have seen some of the notes online. It looks like the boa is going to get a facelift. I don't really. It looked a little too rounded and kind of like what they did to the golem. So I don't think I was too much of a fan of that. There we go. Something I never use in a beacon match, but we'll use it here. And let me collect my. Give me a second. Let me grab my workshop points, and we'll get a squad back together. All right. All right, let's see who's here. Actually, I'm going to drop in one alone just because Vlad did make that comment that squad play actually does make the game harder. And yeah, you're right about that. Let's actually take a look, and I'll go and do a solo match and see how it compares. Hey there, Antonio. How you doing? All right. And the matchmaking only took a few seconds that time as opposed to a full minute and a half. All right. Yep, I'm using. When I get to Deathmatch, I use bots that I would never use for beacon capture games. Yeah, when you get too many campers on each side, the game gets really static. Everybody just has kind of their positions that they play, and you don't get a lot of movement and tactics. It's really just kind of turns into playing your positions and waiting for people to walk into the trap. Like that guy just did. He stepped around the corner and about 4 bots shot at him. That's usually what happens. Oh, come on. Really? Lock onto him. He's right in front of me. Oh, that's one of my guys. Duh. I was trying to lock onto my own guy. Clear target lock. So, because now the bad guys are all turtled on the other side of the power plant. And they don't look like they're interested in coming out. I'm actually doing a lot better with this Natasha than I usually do. I'm usually dead by now. And I'm actually playing it fairly mobile. Not sure if that's my skill or these guys just not being in that great a position. All right, I finally got. Yeah, the big problem I have with what they're doing with the beacon-based games is they've mashed them together in a random selection. You don't get to choose between domination and beacon rush. And if they left the choice there, it would be 100 times better. So I actually still, I really prefer beacon rush. I mean, deathmatch has its moments, but it does get taken over by campers. So when you get the guys who from Champions League who tank down to like Silver League and are playing level 12 Hydras against people, or level 12 Treb Furies, and just racking up kills, it gets to be not fun. And there's Hydra Boy. You can pretty much guarantee that when you do a deathmatch that somebody's going to be shooting Hydras, and a lot of them. That guy on the hill is shooting Noricums, of all things. That Leo up there, he's firing Noricums, and he suicided. Yeah, Vlad, I got everything that I've been using on a regular basis up to level 9 for the most part. I think that Natasha isn't quite up to level 9. But I've kind of hit the wall because now I'm running out of silver. And I don't even have an upgrade cooking right now because I didn't have enough silver left to do it. So all my upgrades now take like 4 or 5 million. Alright. Yeah, Hydras are really bad on this board. Because there's literally nowhere you can hide from them. Unless you have shields, and they're going to eventually wear your shields down. You do more damage and I have level 9 stuff? I don't know. I tend to take a lot of risks and I don't always get to shoot as much as I should. So I get bored with these static matches and I try to make something happen and usually get killed for my trouble. Instead of scoring damage. And I don't run Hydras. Oh, it's just me. And all I got left is the Ancelot. Oh, I don't even get to use it. But I've had runs of matches where I was getting over 700,000 per match, and then I get runs where I do like 300,000. That's wow. I'm in the lead with less than 500,000. Yeah, and if you play a Raijin really well, you can rack up damage like crazy because you get that 30%. You get that 30% damage bonus when you're in Bastion mode. Alright, so still got a butt whoop in there, but at least made a better show of it. Let's see. Yeah, I've only got about 2.5 million silver, and every upgrade I could do is something like 4 million. Unless I can I might be, unless I want to reach back into my inventory and pull up something small. I should actually go through my inventory and sell off all the crap that I don't need that I have in there. But so I mean, how many stock unupgraded patents do I need? Well, let's try one more deathmatch and see how it goes. Oh, Look at that. Look at all the hydrofugens on my side. This might actually go a little bit more our way because we've got all the... Everybody's packing long-range heat on my team. $20 million silver. Awesome. Yeah, I think I burned through my 12 hours of free VIP already. I got a little more charge and then I'll go for it. See, they're coming up hard on the left flank. Look at all those hydras. And I got a shot. There we go. There's a guy I want to unseat. Oh, bad shot. So yeah, this has turned into a camper fest. Oh, I got my shots through. He didn't get his. And the hydras are just keep coming. That guy over there has just been kind of sitting there the whole game. I got a better angle on him now. Nope. Still blocked. Most of the red team, except the campers, have made a big push over there. That guy's down in the weeds, can't really see him. Alright, picked him off with the pins. Okay, we have cleared our spawn out. very bad at being a knife fighter. And here I am trying to knife fight with a rhino. Oh, missed. Good thing I got friends. And there we go. Alright. Blue team is clustered in the back. Red team is spread out in a line formation. I'm going to do what I always do and go for the flank. Oh, we're up 12 kills to 8, so... So I'm automatically putting myself in a weaker position because I'm attacking a flank. And I'm mixing it up in a bot that really shouldn't be mixing it up this close. And that's over. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's not the only way to win, but it's tough. It's tough to win any other way if they get established. If they really get their... If they get the right long-range units in the right positions, it's really hard to break. Medium-range stuff is kind of the way to go to stay versatile if you want to have a more mobile fight. Yep, I've been saving the lance for last. Well, they're getting a little... Their form is getting a little broken up here. Well, let's take the lance. That other Leo is more of a carnage hunting specialist. Okay. Gone down to 3 left. This is kind of tough to use in this situation, but make it work. It's real easy for the Hydras to pick me apart. Alright, and that's a win. 404, 3 kills. Had a couple of guys who racked up a lot of kills. And the other team did kind of middle of the road damage, so that's where we got it. 23 kills to 19, so. All right, let's see if I got I think I got my next, yep. My next event task. Yeah, they're doing the event tasks where you do a batch of 5 goals and you get a prize. So the first prize is a Magnum. Well, I mean, it's a Magnum. I'll take it. And we'll see what else we get. I think we got time for maybe one more match here. Let's see. I don't really feel like changing up my hanger too much. I'll just stick with what I got. We'll do one more deathmatch. Cross our fingers and hope we get a good matchup without too much camping. I say as I get ready to grab my Natasha and camp. On Yamantau, of course, it's going to be campers. That's a weird starting position. I want to get to the traditional camper spot. And hello there. I can't pronounce your name. It's in Cyrillic. This map is definitely a camper's paradise. I can't believe I missed that shot. Yeah, targeting's a little jittery tonight. Yeah, I'm not really doing full power shots, but I'm... Oh, there's the other camper. If he focuses on me, I'm going to have to come down off my perch. Yep, he doesn't like me. Take the low power shots when I can, I guess. He's got 600 on me, so... Tag him with a low power shot before he gets to cover. Yep, I'm about to lose it. About to get killed here. Alright, and they are advancing across the battlefield quite efficiently. Oh, come on. And everybody and their mother is firing on me now. Got one. Oh, and they're in the spawn. Alright. This calls... I picked the wrong one. Oh well. And he did not kill me. This was the one I really wanted to pick there, but... Alright, and that was my last suicide run. Oh, I've got one more bot left. right, so that was a lot of that was a lot of hurt for one night and only a couple of victories. Did okay on damage dealing. We had a lever too. Looks like two people left. That would be right about when Shane noticed that the team was getting smoked. I've noticed more people bail out of Deathmatch than they ever did out of Beacon matches. Anyway, so before we sign off, I'm just going to take a quick look at I haven't even been looking at my league standings. Let's take a quick look and see how we're doing on boxes. I think I could probably open a 10-point box. 18 points, alright. We'll open a 10-pointer, just see what we get. It's a little, the spins here are a little less annoying now that we're at least getting components, and they stole one key from me. The spins are a little less annoying because you're getting components, and while it's, 4 Inquisitor components is nothing, at least you're moving towards something, which I think is better than constantly stealing keys from you. And 20,000 silver, okay. Well, I was low on silver. Yeah, and I've seen death matches that start where on one side somebody immediately suicides 4 or 5 bots. Sometimes on both sides. Alright, and we'll take one last look at the special offers of the day, none of which I can probably afford right now. So yeah, these offers are where I've been getting most of my components from, but I've run out of workshop points. I'm kind of close to having a Scourge, which might be nice. I'll have to find a bot to use it on. Let's take a quick look. So I can give you an idea how many points I've got. Unfortunately, they bury this this menu in pretty deep. So I've got about 3/4 of a Scourge, about 1/4 of a Tempest, 1/5 of a Haichi, less of everything else. I would really like to have 2 Embers because I'd love to try that on a Carnage. That would be pretty brutal. And it would be nice to actually have one modern bot at least. So that's it for the component status. So I've still got a long way to go before I get anything useful out of it. And hey, it's Halloween, so we've got pumpkins all over the place. And you probably noticed all the Halloween graffiti and stuff all over the maps. Galahad, Scourge, and 2 Geckos is really good. Yeah, I could see that working. I've seen triple Scourge Fujins out there. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. I may even resurrect a boa just to fool around with it until I figure out where to put it. So anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment if you like what you see. Next couple of days, I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do something special for Halloween. I know there's a lot of zombie apocalypse types games out there. Maybe I'll do a couple of. Maybe not live stream them because they're mobile games, like time waster games that may be fun to watch once or twice, but not necessarily fun to follow along on. But watch for that. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to present that, but should be putting out some zombie apocalypse action for Halloween in the next couple of days. So have a great night. I'll talk to you guys later. Catch you next time.